All right, I'll go first, then you.
No, no.
Okay.
Just you.
Come on.
I don't wanna.
All right. Hey, welcome back to SquareMax Customs. This week we're gonna give Lucy, our 63 C10, a little love. Her rear end's a Clankin and her carbs a Floodin. Woohoo, she's hot in here. Last time we drove her, she didn't run real well. She started flooding over. So, for anybody that don't know, Lucy, our 63 C10, well, it's the wifey's truck. We pulled it out of a pole barn, I don't know, about a year ago, I'd say, and it sat for 30 years. The engine was stuck, froze up. We put new tires on it, new brakes. We made a cool exhaust. Look at that. That thing matches the Duramax exhaust on Maxine, the square body. We did a wood bed. The sun kicked the crap out of it. Florida heat sucks. We need more shelter, but we don't have the money to build pole barns like that. So we didn't do nothing crazy. We don't want to redo this truck. We just want to redo it, you know, but not like, we don't want to engine swap it and stuff. We just like to drive this thing. She's a good old girl, and she runs, she hauls. You can put a full sheet, like sheetrock, 4x8 sheet. We'll lay flat in here with the tailgate up. It's freaking awesome. We love this thing. The white wall, she deserves a bath. The biggest downfall is we didn't drive her all summer because there's 4 of us, and we don't all fit in there. So, with that being said, she mostly sat all summer, unless me and the wifey took her to do a dump run. Hey, I'm not sponsored or nothing, but that thing was like 125 bucks. It was like the cheapest freaking radiator you could get on eBay. It works awesome. I ain't never had an issue with this truck overheating. The old ooga dooga horn, she don't really ooga dooga no more. So hopefully we can take her apart and get her working again. This still ran, as you saw. We drove her in the shop. She just isn't happy anymore, and she's leaking out of the shafts. We rebuilt her a year ago, and she works fine. I mean, she was a little unhappy, but for $130, we're gonna put this shiny thing on here. Maybe we have to paint it black. I don't know. Don't match the truck, but we'll see.
It matches the radiator.
The wife won. We're not painting it black. She's absolutely right. It matches the radiator. Now the radiator, I'll have a friend. Oh, and the freaking cap.
Yes.
What? Snap. Oh, we replaced that too. And the plugs and the wires. And this engine was seized up. I almost gave up. And yeah, I almost gave up, and we almost tore it apart. And then it finally broke free. And she smoked. She smoked like a bandit. Like,
so bad.
I'll try to find a video of us ripping around the field. See if we can post it. This was before our YouTube, years, months, 8 months in, so before our YouTube months. But yeah, we've been driving this thing if you ever have a really bad smoky engine, I'm not saying this will work for everybody, and I don't recommend this. Don't do what I do. But what we did is, I went to old Riley's and I got every flavor of stop leak and stop smoke I could find. I filled the whole engine up with it. Guess what? It worked. It stopped smoking. I couldn't believe it. That's the end of this story. I think they want to come in and work on the truck. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, we touch it. Spins in there. I don't know how this thing works. We're gonna learn together. Let's see if it'll make a noise though, because I don't really see nothing wrong with it. Maybe it just had a bad connection. That's what you get, honey. That's your ooga dooga horn. She don't get no louder. Hey, I apologize about the camera angle for the next 8 to 10 minutes of video. Look at that, the horn's all rebuilt. We even re-chromed it. That's pretty sweet. Did it in shop too. Hey, I think this little, we don't know much about these ooga dooga horns, but I think that needs to be a little bit longer. So I think I'm just gonna tack weld that and make it just a wee bit longer, because we don't think it's doing the right sound. I think it's supposed to ride on this, and when that spins around, it's got little indents in it. I don't know what it does, but maybe it like vibrates this thing. If one of you guys know, leave it in the comments, because we're curious. And you know, there's the tag, it couldn't read it, so that didn't really help us. But we're gonna get this back together and get it on the truck. Look at that shiny new carburetor. I don't look too bad. We'll get the air cleaner on there and you won't be able to see it all shiny. It'll look better. Maybe we found it. Vintage Hutchins 12 volt ooga horn. See, I told you it was an ooga horn. It just ain't oogaing. Alright, we definitely need to try this before I just put a little nipple on the end of it. I guess you can pull this apart and get that, but I don't know what it's called and we couldn't find it, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm impatient. I want to get it back together. So, Look, it's brand new, I think. Let's see if it makes any different noise. Before it just sort of wound up. We're gonna try it on 20 volt because, well, that's what I have in front of me. Think it'll be muffled if it's pointing at the table? I don't think I can hold everything together. And oh, did you hear it? Let's try that again. Yeah, that's much better. We gotta get this thing back together now. Look, I got new hardware. It's a little long, but these, all of them are different. Every single one's different. I think somebody's had this apart a few times. Not me. This is my first time. Well, I don't know what you all can see there or not, but there's a gear that goes in here for the speedometer, and ours is stripped out. When we first got this truck running, the speedometer worked for, I don't know, 20, 30, maybe a couple hundred miles, but it's got a flat spot where 3 of the teeth are shot out. We ordered it, but it's not gonna be here for like a week, so I'm just gonna put this back in here, keep all the junk out, and keep this so I don't lose the pieces. And maybe if I can see what I'm doing, feller needs a lift. That would be sweet. And we're gonna show you what we found out about the rear end on this. She's not the happiest. You guys hear them birds out there? They're not happy either. How does this not fit no more? What am I doing wrong? Ugh, gotta use my right hand is what's going on. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? I can't see what I'm doing. She don't want to go back in. Oh, now she's too far, huh? I need a little hammer or something. Just bear with me. No freaking room under here. How come this ain't going right back in? What's going on here? Is there like a little slot on this that gotta be? That side's clean, so that's gotta be it. Take it back out. Oh, fella, oh, there's a freaking slot on it. Stupid. See it? Ugh, how many of you guys were just telling me there's a slot? You gotta twist it a little bit. It would help if I brought the right tools under with me, huh? There's that right there. You think? Jeez, that thing's... How about all you guys? This thing's freaking fighting me. Y'all laughing at me? Had it jammed in too far. Went to O'Reilly's, they wanted almost $70 for one of these gears. So we went on Evil Bay and freaking, we bought a whole kit with the bullet. That's what they call the end of this thing. I think it was $30, so we'll have extra ones to throw in the drawer. I know, this thing's greasy, it's nasty. It's got this red clay on it from freaking Alabama where this truck originally came from. Well, I don't know what you guys saw up there, but brought Yonder with me. Alright, you guys ready? So I was really hoping it was the U-joints in the drive shaft, but on to further investigation. Ready? I don't think, ready? I don't think it's supposed to make this noise. I'm gonna pull it apart to find out. Yeah, I'm no rear end expert, but something's not right here. So that's in old neutral. Let's see what happens when we put her in gear. Ugh. It's like it's got a little locker in there. It's trying to lock up or something. Ugh. Imagine going down the road and it does that. It's actually never locked up on us. It just started to, so we pulled this out of the old barn. Like I said, it sat for 30 plus years. We pulled it out. We got it all together. New brakes, new fuel system, new, right through all that. I checked, I filled all the fluids up, obviously, when we first got it back together. It's always made a clunk, but it's been getting worse and worse and worse. And last time we drove it, it made a couple so bad that it, well, we got nervous and we don't want something to happen to old Lucy. I mean, she's got a little rust on her and she's got a lot of whiskey dents, but you don't find these old trucks. It took us a long time to find this truck for the wifey. I don't know, something don't sound right in there. She's spinning now, right? What happens if we spin this one? See, like what? Something not happy. All right. Hey, check it out. Don't look too bad under there, right? So when we originally replaced stuff, as we replaced stuff, I cleaned stuff up and painted it. That's why you see a few things in here painted and cleaned. Yeah, a little 230 high torque. We had this all shiny at one point, but we've been driving this thing for a year, and we drive it. We use it for the dump runs. We use it to get wood. We use it for everything. We don't 4x8 sheet. I know I told you. I'm gonna tell you again. 4x8 sheet of plywood, sheetrock, lattice. It lays flat in this bed. You close the tailgate, and you ain't gotta worry about hanging off or blowing off. It's crazy. I love it. Check it out. Ready? Well, it worked for a second. I gotta play with the connection. It's a little dirty still. Well, let's see if the little girl will start. We gotta get the fuel up to her, but it shouldn't be too bad. Well, I'm lazy. I don't feel like cranking her for an hour. We got fuel in the filter already, so probably another few cranks and she would have started right up anyways. I think. I don't know. I'm no expert here. Stop. That's way too much, but that'll be fine. Ugh. She runs. She needs a little adjusting. Oh, I think the old door gasket just bit me. I don't see nothing leaking. Alright, let's adjust the throttle up a little bit. She should be good to go. This old girl, she's so freaking good. I love this truck. We looked for a old truck like this for, I feel like we spent 2 or 3 years. We bought a 66 that was all rusted out, and we were gonna start restoring it. And then a fella messaged me about a 2000 Silverado or something. We went and bought it, and this thing was just sitting out back in his pole barn. So it took us about a year of negotiating and going back and forth to, hey sweetheart, can you get in this and fire it real quick? About a year of negotiating before we came to an agreement on a price. There was no title for it, so that's what took us so long, but we went through a title agency in Tampa or something, and they helped us get a title for it. It was a process, but well worth it. Go ahead, sweetheart. Hold on. You might have to give it a little gas. That's what we're adjusting now is the throttle. Go ahead. You off the pedal or? Stay right there, baby girl. You can drive her out. She got her doggo. The shepherd's mad she didn't get in there fast enough. Yeah, come forward and back out that way. Woo, that rear end don't sound good. I got her in such a tight spot. Got everything in the way. You good, baby girl? Start cutting her. Cut her. All right, back the other way. Beautiful. Alright guys, girls, government, I know you're watching, and government's always watching me. We're gonna work on this for this weekend, so you know, we'll get back to C10 things next week when we pull that Clankin rear end apart. Oh, that sucks. I did some searching, but I didn't have no luck finding a C10 rear end on Old Marketplace or Craigslist, so we'll keep searching. We'll pull the cover off next week and see how many chunks fall out of it. Maybe we can rebuild it. I don't know. I've never rebuilt the rear end, so we'll do that together if that's the case. Can't learn new things if you don't try, right? I sure as hell can't read it in a book and figure it out. Oh boy, I can't read very good.